Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 31 of official NCAA Basketball Dynasty Edition. We're playing Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2026. Bong bong, mashallah. God bless all you guys out there. God bless the world, really. And thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. So, we came off a very tough loss last episode to go 6-9, now 2-2 in conference. Let's check the conference standings and see where we land. Not too bad, but look at all the 2-2 teams. Oh my goodness, the conference is heating up, son. It is getting wild. So to recap, we've got Long Island at 1, 3-1, 7-3 in their last 10, and net 120. Wow, crushing it. Number 2 is Central Connecticut Blue Devils. They're 3-1. Overall 9-6. 9 of their last 10 have been wins. Unreal. They're a 202 net. And then Stonehill, even though Stonehill beat us. They're 2-2. 6-1 at home. Stands out to me. And then us, we're the 4th slot. 2-2. 6-9 overall. We're undefeated at home. 4-0. And our next game will be at home. And then Mercyhurst, I think we beat them 2-2. They're 6-3 at home, winners of 6 of their last 10. And then Fairleigh Dickinson is 2-2. They're in the 6th slot, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 teams, but Fairleigh Dickinson, they're 4-1 at home. And then another 2-2 team at the 7th slot, Lemoyne Dolphins, they're 2-2. 5-1 at home. Some pretty respectable nets here too. 149 for them. And then the 8th slot, Chicago State has their only 2 wins of the season. Both conference games. They're 2-14. And then we have St. Francis, who's 1-3 in conference. They're only 2 for 13. And surprisingly, the team that just beat us getting their first win, 1-3 Wagner. They won 3 of their last 10, and they are 1-3 in conference. So that's how the conference breaks down. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and check our recruiting. We had to suspend Morley Evans because he was being very angry and belligerent. Nobody has any interest right now. We're probably not going to do anything until the transfer portal, where we can then use our NIL collective money, apparently, to land some players. I don't know how that works exactly. We might have to rely on walk-ons. But anyway, huge game here at home against Central Connecticut. That's on the 16th. Just to look at some of the headlines. Lance Smiley of St. Francis, PA, scored 27 points in their win over Long Island. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Robert Adams scored 22, 5 assists, 5 rebounds as they defeated Stonehill, Mercyhurst. Michael Marsh, power forward for Fairleigh Dickinson, hit 9 of 12 shots on his way to 27 points, 3 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal in their win over Chicago State. Steve Aggers, shooting guard for Chicago State, played 38 minutes and scored 25 with 5 assists, 3 boards. And our very own Otis Carney scored 28 points in New Haven's 74-84 loss to Wagner. He also had 9 boards, 12 of 8 shooting, 1 assist, 28 points. And Morley Evans is still out for 6 more days. We don't know if that was the right choice to make, but you just live with it and go. Let's go ahead and play and sim the games on the 13th. We don't play until the 16th, so sit back and relax. Bryant improves to 11-6. Looks like quite a few games today. Massachusetts Lowell goes to 10-7. Dayton 10-5. Duquesne drops to 10-7. VA Commonwealth loses. Forget the record. Richmond loses again to drop to 5-10. 17 St. John's 15-2. 6 Villanova 16-1. Seton Hall 5 Connecticut. It's going too fast. Georgetown lost a tough one. And when I press stop, it doesn't actually stop for some reason. So we'll just see what's going on. Texas Tech drops to 12-5 with the loss. 13-2 West Virginia. Kansas State 10-6, respectable record. Number 3 Houston 16-2. Iowa State 12-3. Winners in a good game. Hawaii's 12-3. Unranked. Green Bay drops one to go 10-5. Lost to Cleveland State. IU Indy almost gets their 4th win. Northern Iowa's 13-3. Some really respectable records. Southern Illinois 10-5. Evansville's drops to 4-12. Indiana State drops to 5-12. And we're getting up there. Tennessee Tech 11-4. Number 13 Vanderbilt loses to Missouri. Missouri's 13-4. 8 Kentucky beats 18 Texas. 9 Arkansas 16-2. 12 Alabama 15-2. 14 Tennessee 14-4. Some pretty good gems here. Prairie View increases to 9-6. Mississippi Valley 1-14, and that'll wrap it up for January 13th. And it is a Saturday the 14th. Let's go ahead and sim this day as well. We're getting back to where we were in the previous 2025 version with Maryland Eastern Shore. Getting close to that, which is awesome. Can't wait to do transfers in the off season. Hope nobody transfers from us. But I do have it on realistic transfer mode as Yale improves to 12-6. Dartmouth gets their 3rd win in 17 tries. Yeah, I have it on very active transfers, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're not playing with a bunch of just like everybody transfers away. And then we're stuck with walk-ons or something, because if it comes down to recruiting, it ain't going to happen for us. That's been proven throughout the season, but I did learn a whole ton of a lot. As North Dakota drops a tough one. Denver's 7-9. We beat them. But I learned so much about how to recruit in this game. I wish I could have another crack at it. I mean, we will next year, of course, but wish I could have did it again this year because I would have approached it a lot differently. I rushed through it. I didn't realize how much time we really had. You have a ton of time. You can really be selective with who you add to your call list. You could be selective with whose film you watch, taking advantage of your free recruiting. Asking them if money matters or location and stuff like that. You can even find peeps who say location doesn't matter in the regional and go after them more, or, stuff like that. Wait to find peeps that are left over at the end and then, make your moves then. Very different strategies you can use that I've learned quite a bit about by going through this season thus far. And we're 6-9, which is not the worst record in the league. It's the 15th, so tomorrow is the game day. Oh, it's popped ahead. And we've got some emails. Let's see what they are. Player updates and some scouting reports. Let's see. James Ross, the suggestions you gave him ended. Vince Miller, Derek Menser, and Jameel Fromm. Let's check our recruiting. I don't think we have any interest. No more call lists because we don't have any money for it. Oops. Hang on a second, guys. All right, so Dennis Reynolds. I don't even know where those peeps are that we gave this scholarship to. Here they are. not interested and not really interested. Can't call them. So he's got an unknown team, and this guy doesn't have any teams, I guess, after him, but not interested yet in our scholarship. So I don't know if I'll revoke them, giving them to different players, maybe. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. But, I mean, I think he would have probably taken it if he was interested in coming here. But I can leave Maurice Potters up. Or no, strike that and reverse it. I could leave Steve Jones since there's no school here. He might join. But since there's an unknown team after Potter, we can revoke Potter's scholarship and give it to someone else that we scouted, but everybody's interest is none. We could just give it to a random player like 6'6" James King. Playing close to home is important. Kentucky. Joe Hudson. See, this is another thing. We went through and asked a lot of peeps if location was important to them. And if we could find someone like Clifford Brooks. Location is not a huge factor from Iowa, you know, and then we could go after people like that. Obviously, location is going to be important for a lot of peeps. But there's some guys like Chad Young, not the greatest prospect. LeVar Stewart. Playing time and money are more important. We could offer him. He's a 6'2" point guard. Great outside shot. Love the scouting aspect, though. It's very cool. But I don't know what to do. Should I revoke the scholarships, give them to someone where location doesn't matter all that much? Here's Mike Parker, a 6'8" small forward. He's got a lot of teams after him, though. A lot of these peeps do. Anthony Piper. Very nice player. 6' point guard. Has one team after him. We could potentially, and he has some knowledge of the triangle. Or Dante Reed. I don't really know. Perry Livis, who was that? Clifford Brooks, but we can't watch his game film. So I just had to go on stat sheets. I would give one maybe Dennis Reynolds. Academics, money, playing time, maybe we have one to Steve Jones. He hasn't bitten on it though. And then Mike Parker, 6'8" small forward. He's got a lot of teams after him though, I think. Rod Campbell, Kent Morgan, but location's important to him. Anthony Piper. All right, this is what I'm going to try. Where's those scholarships? Steve Jones. Let's revoke Maurice Potters. I don't know. He's a good player if he were to pick us. Let's revoke it and give it to the Person who said location was not that important. Wasn't Dante Reed, right? Could be Dante Reed. Anthony Piper. He's only 6 foot. He's a point guard. And he has some knowledge of the triangle. Let's throw a scholarship his way and see what happens. Just to see. And now, let's check out the games. Long Island 9-6, 3-1 in conference, and 3-1 at home. Host Chicago State 2-14, 2-2, and 0-10 away. Long Island will probably win that one. Mercyhurst 8-7, 2-2 in conference, 6-3 at home. Nice home record. Versus Fairleigh Dickinson 6-9, 2-2, 2-8 away. Stonehill 9-6, 2-2 in conference, 6-1 at home. Tough one for Wagner, who's 5-10, 1-3 in conference, 3-8 away. And Lemoyne 8-7, 2-2 in conference, 3-1 at home. Host St. Francis of PA 2-13, 1-3 in conference, 0-11 away. And of course, we play Central Connecticut. Let's look at the scouting report for Central Connecticut. Pretty tough team. We have a 46% chance of winning. Center Marcus Lloyd. They run a fast-paced offense, and they allow a significant amount of freedom on offense. They sport an outside attack, with primary set being the triangle. They press at points throughout the game. Their primary D is man-to-man and full-court man-to-man. No advantages, and then they have the advantage on the bench, actually. I guess in talent-wise. Here's the breakdown of the numbers. They score more than we do, and they let up. They allow less. They shoot the same, about the same from 3. We shoot a little better at the foul line. We assisted a tiny bit better. Same rebounding. They get 1 more block, couple more steals, and turn it over about 1 less than us. Eddie Trower, shooting guard freshman, 14.7 points per game, and Otis Carney's our high scorer with 17, the junior. And then Eddie Trower has 3.7 assists, which is pretty low for their leading assist man. Jimmy Ross averaging 5, and then Gerald Takaki averaging close to 7 boards, and Otis averaging about 6. So let's look at their starting lineup. Roland Haginas, sophomore, 6'3" shooting guard, averaging about 13 and 2 steals per game. So we're running into another team that gets a lot of steals, like we saw with Wagner. And then Trower is a freshman, 6'5" point guard, averaging close to 15, 4 assists, 2 boards, and a steal. Pretty balanced. Once again, they get 4 guys in double figures. Kyle Waltman, the freshman power forward, also grabs about 6.5 boards, close to a block. And their center Gerald Takaki, is only 6'8", but he gets a block, close to 7 boards, and 11 points, and an assist and a half. Pretty interesting stuff. And if we go to their opponent, as you can see, very balanced. Trower, Haginas, Takaki, Kyle Waltman, and Ben Kraft, their starting 5, and then Sam Wood and Jimmy Haynes. Their offensive rating actually beats ours by 5 whole points, and their defensive rating is 8 points better. We just happen to score a couple points more than they do. And they have all kind of news. Their morale is little messed up at the point, like ours is. Takaki scored 28 in their win over Maryland Eastern Shore with 9 boards, 4 steals, 3 assists. Man, and a lot of Eddie Trower. Roland Haginas scored 10 points on 2 of 8 in the win over Chicago State, but he had 5 boards, 5 steals, 4 assists, 2 blocks. My goodness. They have no injuries. Let's look at their roster cards. The Blue Devils, pretty decently talented. For show, lots of 2-star players, like Takaki's a 2-star sophomore. Jimmy Haynes must come off the bench, 6'6" small forward, averaging some decent numbers, 4 points, assist and a half, and 2 boards. There's Roland Haginas, the shooting guard, 2-star. Taryn Frost, who doesn't even play, it looks like, 2-star. Some 1.5-star guys. Chico Daniels, 7.5 points and an assist and a rebound. The junior 6'5" point guard. Vidal Boyd gets a little bit of time. 6'9" center. Ben Kraft, 2-star small forward, 6'8". Marcus Lloyd, center. 6'11", the senior, gets about 6 points and assist and a half, close to 4 boards. Justin Strom, 4 points, half an assist, 2.5 boards. 2-star, 6'6" power forward. Takaki Eddie Trout's just a 1.5 star, but getting it done. It's a freshman. Sam Wood, backup point guard, 5'10", 6 points, 2 assists, and a rebound. The senior. This guy doesn't even play. Leroy Watkins, and then Kyle Waltman, averaging 10 and 6.5 boards. The freshman. So let's start looking at their stats a bit as well, because I want to see. We know about their basic stats, but let's look more into statistics a little deeper, like who's their best three-point shooter. We've got Sam Wood. He only takes about 1 a game. Right here, Trower. Maybe we should double him because he averages 5, and Higuinas averages 5, but he only shoots 32%. And Ben Kraft averages about 5 and is only shooting 20% from 3. But do we need to run a 3-2 zone? I don't think so. Even though they have an outside attack, a couple of them do shoot it good, but they don't take a lot of attempts. We definitely should double Trower, let Roland Higuinas shoot. So on Higuinas, we'll put like the smaller guy or the worst defender. We'll put Marcus Kennedy on Trower, and we'll double him. And Chico Daniels, when he's in, we might do a 3-2. Sam Wood, the point guard. Their big guys aren't much of shooters. And what else did I want to see? Let's look at their points breakdown. Trower and Higuinas, 14 and 13. Takaki, the center, then their power forward, then their small forward. So they're starting 5. And then after that, it really drops off. So net rating 4.4. They're 103rd overall, 3-1 in conference. Okay, I think I've seen enough. We can't do assignments again just to check, right? Guess that's a preseason thing. Yeah, not much we can do with the morale. Morley Evans out for 3 more days. All right, let's take a quick look at our statistics just to see how it's all shaking out. 17 for Otis Carney. What a beast. And he's shooting 55% from the field in only 21 minutes. It's pretty incredible. Morley Evans is our second leading scorer, and he's a bench player. That's wild. We've got to figure that out. Oliver Mantz averages the same. Marcus Kennedy's down to 8.7. James Ross about 8 points, 7 from Vince, about 7 from Shannon Howard. Then Menser's about 6.5, 6 for Brandon Temple, 3.5 for Fromm. Matthews only about 2, 1.5 for Ronnie Gates, and a point for Woolfolk. Let's look at our best shooters. Free throw wise, Oliver Mantz hasn't missed a free throw shot yet, even though he gets 2.5 a game. Still hasn't missed. Shannon Howard, 92%, 90 for Jameel Fromm. These guys don't get there very often, though. Otis Carney's 60%. Marcus Kennedy, 58%. Derek Menser, 52. Best three-point shooter, Derek Menser, but he only averages 1.1 of attempt. Woolfolk averages a half attempt. Morley Evans at 50%. Amazing for averaging 5 attempts per gem. And then we jump down to 39% for Oliver Mantz. James Ross averages 4 attempts and makes 36%. Shannon Howard, 34%. Brandon Temple, 33%. Wow, where's Kennedy? All the way down here, he's shooting 26.8% on 5.5 attempts a game. We've got to tell him to stop shooting so many threes. I'm going to take a sip of my water, guys. Let's actually... Brandon Temple shooting 33.9%. Maybe tell Shannon Howard to shoot more threes. Or heck, tell James Ross. He's already averaging 4, though, for Oliver Mans. We'll tell Oliver Mans to shoot more threes. Or... And then we'll try to get Brandon Temple going from 3 because he has a 7 outside shot. All right, so let's text him. You should shoot more threes. You should shoot fewer mid-range jumpers. Do that for 2 weeks. He'll do his best. And then Marcus Kennedy. I want you to drive more. Shoot fewer threes for 2 weeks. And let's see. Brandon Temple, Marcus Kennedy, Jameel Fromm. Greg Matthews, John Woolfolk, Shannon Howard. Let's tell him to shoot more threes. Shoot more threes. Look to drive less for 2 weeks. He doesn't like the sound of it. Don't think it's going to help. He won't do it. All right, try shooting fewer mid-range jumpers. He doesn't like the sound of it. He's not doing it. Impossible. Okay, Derek Benser. Let's talk about Oliver's game. You should shoot more threes. Look to drive less, 2 weeks. Suspension, Jimmy Ross. Let's tell him to shoot more threes. Shoot fewer mid-range jumpers for 2 weeks. All right, there we go. So that's our suggestions for right now. Let's go to play sim. We're going to sim this and then save and jump in. So let's let January 16 play out. Let's go. North Carolina gets double-digit wins. They're 10-7. Virginia 14-2 and unranked. Number 3 Duke 16-2. 15-3 unranked Wake Forest. Syracuse now 12-5. Quite a few games today. It looks like Stetson 11-6. We're one of those 6 losses for them. We beat them. They're our out-of-conference rival, actually. We're going to play them every year. Just for kicks and giggles. Northern Colorado 13-4. Weber State 2-14. As is Portland State. Nebraska 14-4. Number 9 Michigan State 16-2. Good Washington and UCLA game. Good Purdue and Penn State game. With Purdue getting the win. Number 13 Illinois 15-3. Beat a good Indiana team there. Iowa. Number 4 Arizona 17-1. UC Davis 11-5. Campbell's 10-6. The Camels, I guess. Northeastern drops to 2-14. North Carolina A&T 2-15. Hofstra's 10-7. We're getting close to the bubble watch time. It's already January 16th. Western Kentucky 10-6. Our days of hoping about the bubble came and went pretty much in the flash of an eye. Eye blinking. Because at 3-0 we were on top of the world. And thought, hey, no, but I wasn't expecting to keep playing that way all season. Sacred Heart 10-6. Western Michigan 10-7. Tons of games being played, guys. So strap in. Get ready for a show of Northeast Conference basketball. Delaware State 2-16, as is South Carolina State. Oregon State 2-17. Norfolk State 13-5. Maryland Eastern Shore 12-6. Fresno State 12-4. There's a good matchup right there. Boise State 11-8. Utah State 14-2. Number 25 San Diego State 15-2. Grand Canyon 9-7. Chicago State loses. Fairleigh Dickinson beats Mercyhurst. Stonehill just beats Wagner. Oh, I was rooting for Wagner there. And Lemoyne beats St. Francis of PA. Wagner almost pulled it out. That would have been great. Tennessee Tech 12-4. Tennessee State 10-6. So Fairleigh Dickinson with a big win. 13-3 Lehigh. 12-4 Colgate. Lemoyne won then. Chicago State lost. Nichols State 10-6. 11-5 McNeese State. 10-6 Lamar. Lots of good records out there still. St. Francis lost and Wagner lost. So Fairleigh Dickinson beating Mercyhurst will put them above at 3-2. Number 1 Gonzaga 18-1. Oregon State almost got their third win. And 16 Santa Clara is still undefeated, defeats Seattle 18-0. The only undefeated team left that I can suss out. And here we go. Florida Atlantic 12-6. Mercyhurst lost. Wow, South Florida is ranked. East Carolina 12-4. These guys are 9-6. It's going to be a tough game, but we're at home, which I'm really excited by. YouTube 31 pregame. So let's go, guys. So we're going to double over Eddie Trower. Put our best defender on him. Let me look at the team real quick. I want to see who our best defender really would be. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's go to compare players. And get to, who are we again? New Haven. Let's look at like Ronnie Gates. And then let's go to New Haven over here. And look at like Shannon Howard. Okay. Oh, nice. It highlights the ones that are higher than Ronnie Gates. Are you kidding me? He's mostly better than Shannon Howard. A little bit. What in the world? He needs more playing time. He's got a 2 in drawing fouls. What? Ronnie has a little better court IQ, better discipline, better defensive ability. Shot blocking is the same, better stealing. Offensive rebounding the same, better ball handling, better passing. What? All right, now let's look at Marcus Kennedy. Different story. They each have the same about defensive ability. Kennedy's the better shot blocker, which we see every night. Much better stealer. Same athleticism, higher court IQ, excellent discipline. Same at drawing fouls. Better rebounder. Better passer. Better ball handler. Not by much, though. Offensive rebound, free throw shooter. Same outside touch. Doesn't have the mid-range touch of Ronnie Gates. Or the inside scoring. Now let's keep Marcus Kennedy up and look at Greg Matthews. So Matthews actually has a better outside shot than Kennedy. Same at ball handling. Same defensive ability. Matthews has a 9 athleticism. Same court IQ. Matthews better at drawing fouls. He needs more time too. Doesn't quite have the discipline though. and not a great rebounder, but decent with 5 and 4 offensive rebounding, 4 shot blocking, 4 stealing, 4 passing. Better shooter than Marcus Kennedy, though. Not a good free throw shooter, but then let's combine him to... Actually, Marcus Kennedy, let's combine to James Ross. Same outside shot. Ross is better in the mid-range, not that great from foul shooting. Same court IQ. The 10 athleticism is big. He's a slightly better passer and ball handler. Same defensive ability, and he's... Oh, they don't list his vitals. He's 6 foot, and he's 6 foot. They're both 6 foot, I think, but the one you want to put on so far on your best wing player would be Marcus Kennedy, Brandon Temple. He's got the same great discipline, a little better court IQ, same athleticism, lesser defensive ability, better ball handler, better outside shooter. And I don't know how tall Brandon Temple is. What about John Woolfolk? Let's go back to Ronnie Gates again, who definitely needs more time. And Ronnie Gates is only a sophomore, so he's probably getting better this season, and we haven't picked it up yet. We are now. Okay, instead of John Woolfolk, let's get Vince Miller. A lot of their stats are the same. 3 defensive ability. Ronnie Gates, bro. We can put Gates on somebody with 3 court IQ, 3 defensive ability, and he's 6'6". He's a big body. Derek Menser. Oh, wow. Menser with a 6 in stealing, 5 court IQ, 7 athleticism. Dang, 7 outside shot, 7 and 7 rebounding, offense and defense, 6 inside scoring. And he's a forward, and we can play Menser as a small forward type. Greg Matthews definitely needs more time. He's 6'8" with 9 athleticism, 4 shot blocking, stealing, defensive ability, better court IQ. So I think I'm going to start Greg Matthews and put him on Eddie Trower and see how he does. Let's look at Oliver Mance. Only a 2 defensive ability, 5 ball handling and passing, 3 court IQ, 8 athleticism. He's very athletic, 7 outside shooting, 8 free throw shooting. Now let's see how he compares to Morley Evans. Evans a slightly better passer. Evans a better thief on defense. Doesn't draw fouls as well. Same discipline. Evans has a little slightly better or better court IQ and defensive ability of 4 and 8 outside shooting. How about Morley Evans versus James Ross? Morley's a better passer, but James Ross is a better passer, but Morley's a better ball handler. Morley has better defensive ability, same court IQ. James Ross has more discipline, and of course the 10 athleticism. They're both pretty decent rebounders. Morley doesn't get offensive boards. James does. Interesting. But Morley's out right now. So Jameel Fromm. I want to see who else do we have to throw at their wing players. How about John Woolfolk and Greg Matthews? Woolfolk subpar or lesser than Matthews in all categories. Matthews definitely needs more time. I hope he doesn't transfer away because we didn't play him like we should have this season. Even up against Shannon Howard. I mean, he looks better than Shannon Howard. Shannon Howard's been getting all those minutes. I wonder if we put Shannon Howard versus Ronnie Gates. Even Ronnie Gates is better than Shannon Howard. Wow. All right, so let's look at the options to put onto... I still think we should go with Marcus Kennedy. Or possibly the taller Greg Matthews with the 9 athleticism. Marcus Kennedy has the 8 discipline, which is big. 4 court IQ. Defensive ability. 9 athleticism. Marcus Kennedy, a better thief. Slightly better shot blocker. Better passer. Better rebounder for the position. Matthews, the better shooter. Really some interesting parallels being drawn, though, with this compare players. Really hecka interesting. Okay, so now we've kind of got a better feel for our team. It's about time, right? Let's go to... We're going to have to set up the depth chart, I guess, and switch. How are we going to do this? Oh, Derek Menser. Can I go back to that screen? Yes. Let's put them back in again, though. We didn't really take a look at Derek Menser versus, like, Greg Matthews. Pretty even. Greg's more athletic, draws better fouls. David's the better rebounder, shot blocker, and stealer, and better passer. A better inside scorer. Wow, Derek Menser's a 1 free throw shooter. I didn't know that. He's a sophomore, whereas Matthews is a junior. And how does Derek Menser compare to Ronnie Gates? Comes out favorably. Gates a much better mid-range shooter. He's got a 2 for mid-range shooting, but a worse outside shooter. Better free throw shooter. So interesting stuff, but I think we're going to put maybe Greg Matthews in the starting lineup. Should we try that? For Derek Menser. Because then what I'm thinking is, then we can have Matthews guard Eddie Trower, and Kennedy would have to guard the small forward, while Mance would have to guard the power forward. Mance is 6'5", so I have to remember that. Kennedy's 6 foot, Ross is 6 foot, Menser is 6'7", 195. Shannon Howard 6'7", 233. Brandon Temple 6'1". Jameel Fromm 6'2". 6'8", Greg Matthews. Ronnie Gates is 6'6". Woolfolk is 6'6" as well. And we don't have to worry about Robinson and them yet. So I'm going to replace Menser with Greg Matthews and take the power forward slots from Menser and give them to Matthews. Also, and then Vince Miller would be power forward in overtime, right? No, I would go with Greg Matthews again. So give Greg Matthews the power forward. But anyway, let's see. Derek Menser is 2.5 stars, though, but Menser can be first off the bench instead of Miller. Then Miller, Temple, Ronnie Gates, Shannon Howard, because he has been playing well, Fromm and Woolfolk. And Menser would take Shannon Howard's minutes. We can try Menser at small forward too. And Gates would have to get some minutes in here somewhere. Actually, if we set it by minutes, let's see, we want Ross maybe playing 26, just like 24 for Kennedy. Mance, 26. Matthews, maybe 22. Carney, 28. Menser, 22. Vince Miller, maybe 18. Or heck, make that 16. Brandon Temple, Ronnie Gates, we want to get about 12. Shannon Howard, get like 8. And Brandon Temple get like 12. Does that work out? Kinda. It does, I guess. Minutes played work well. But then Jameel Fromm is out of the rotation completely. Well, he's still a point guard. They'd have Gates playing small forward, Brandon Temple, Vince coming in at center to relieve Carney, and Derek Mintzer coming in at power forward to relieve Matthews. Interesting. Yeah, I like this lineup. I like this a little bit better now that I see their player cards. So they must be evolving as well, those player cards. I think Ronnie Gates must have gotten better. If we click and go to ratings progression, can we tell if any of these have gotten better? I don't know. Has anybody's stats gotten better? Oh. No, I don't know. Can't really tell. All right, so view depth. Okay. Let's go to play sim. So we're going to try something a little different here. Let's save our changes. YouTube 31 pre-B. And we're going to try to shut down Trower with the taller and very athletic Greg Matthews. Let Oliver Mans guard the power forward position. The only tricky part about this is every time they make changes, invalid roster settings. Every time they make changes, we're going to have to be tinkering with the matchups. Okay, here we go. So we're missing a shooting guard for Kennedy. Oh, I have to turn on shooting guard for Kennedy. Jameel Fromm. Jameel Fromm getting 18 minutes isn't really right, though, but Ross getting 28 minutes. And then Gates getting 12. So Gates getting 12, we can actually make him shooting guard there. And shooting guard here. And he gets 22 minutes. Then Fromm is down to 8 minutes. And we need a small forward here. That to be Oliver Mans. Now he's at 28 minutes. He's at 6 minutes. That's better. Something like that. Maybe I should put it on auto sub and let them go through this matrix. And it'd be a lot better for them to simulate rather than me making the calls. Like we can watch a better simulation where guys are getting their proper minutes and stuff. But I usually just go with who's playing well by feel. But anyway, that looks pretty good. We should be able to play now. We're home where we are 3-0 or 4-0. So we can do the new 2D gameplay at the Hazel Center. Greg Matthews, the newest starter. They do have he's going to guard Trower, who's the point guard. So offensively, we're going to come out running Princeton. Focus favor outside. And half court, we're going to run man-to-man. Half court trap, we want to pick them up a little. Be a little intense. matchups. This is where we'll have to pay attention to this game. Greg Matthews and Roland Hagginas will be Marcus Kennedy. Ben Kraft will be James Ross. And Kyle Waltman will be Oliver Mance. And we might even double Traore. We'll let Greg Matthews handle him first and see what happens. All right, cool. Let's tip it off. And here we go against Central Connecticut State. Bong bong. We win the tip. Comes Jimmy Ross. Oh, and it's stolen immediately. Wow. Not even wasting any time. Roland Hagginas steals it from Jimmy Ross, and that's his first turnover. He had 8 turnovers last game. Oh, I forgot to do meetings. Or did I do the meetings? I texted them. Mance lets a 3 go and sinks it. Yeah, we did player meetings. Oh, Matthews charged for the foul. Number 1 on him. Let me work the ref a little. We did tell Oliver to shoot more 3s. Hagginas shakes the defense. Kennedy with the block. And then he gets it. Who's it out on? Out on them. Back come the Chargers. Kennedy always getting those blocks. Working on the offensive side. Gets it to Otis. Otis back to Kennedy. Back to Oliver. We told him to shoot more 3s. He opened with 1. It was Marcus Kennedy. We told him to drive more. Drive and pull up off the mark, but it's better, better than nothing. We did tell him to drive more. Ben Kraft. We'll go through everybody's offensive. Oh, block, but offensive rebound. Carney with the block. Waltman cleans up the garbage bucket. Traore gets his first foul. We're going to look at everybody's advanced stats next time as well and do more of those texts. Tell them how to play. It's easier to text them from that screen than set up a meeting and you have to remember what the meeting said. Mance fills it up with the mid-range J. He's being extra aggressive early. Pass intended for Waltman, knocked out of bounds. So good quick hands by Greg Matthews. And the lead is 1. Matthews guarding Traore. Gerald Takaki. Waltman and Mance have to watch that matchup. Ben Kraft, guarded by James Ross. Have to watch that a bit too. Here's Takaki. Puts it up over the 7-foot Carney and scores it. He's got his first 2. Nice dish down low to Otis. Otis makes a move. Oh, but he traveled. And it's coming back for Central Connecticut State. But it is a 1-point gem. We are at home. Hagginas working on Kennedy and gets it to go. 4 points for Roland Hagginas. 2 for 3 from the field. Working on Kennedy. Down low to Carney. Dishes back out to James Ross, who we told to shoot more 3s, I think. Greg Matthews gets his first touch. We don't mind that. Buries it from behind the arc. Greg Matthews ties the game up at 8. Kraft answers with a 3. His first bucket. 4 of the 5 starters. The only one not to score is Eddie Traore for the visiting Blue Devils. Otis Carney to Oliver. And Waltman with the steal. We stopped a fast break. Our second turnover. Hagginas to Takaki. Eddie Traore, Greg Matthews there. Kraft. Good defense so far. Here's Kraft. Tries to get by Ross. Good defense, but it doesn't matter. Knocks a tough shot down. Ben Kraft 2 for 2 from the field for 5 points. Go back to Marcus Kennedy. Kennedy flashes in Carney flashes in the lane. Gets it back out to Marcus. Puts up a shot off the mark. We did tell him to shoot less 3s, but one once in a while isn't too bad. 5-point Blue Devils lead. Trying to slow them down here. Hagginas is blocked again, but they get it back and put it back in. Kennedy has 2 blocks, but Oh, and another turnover. We're coming back the other way. Second turnover for James Ross. And Greg Matthews picks up foul number 2. He's holding Trower to 0 points right now. And we're going to let him play. We're going to let him cook because, you know, we're just going to let him. We need his defense on Trower. Carney. Leave him out there. Down 7, though, early. And a pass stolen by Ross. Thanks to Greg Matthews' great defense. And Ross gets 2 on the fast break. Going the distance. Kraft. And we can put Greg Matthews as a starter on a lot of different point guards and guards with his excellent athleticism and size. It's a darn good idea. Here's Otis Carney flashing. Gets it to Greg Matthews in the corner. He lets a 3 go. His second 3 of the game. Cuts the lead to 4. He's got 6 points in his new starting role. Takaki. Oliver Mance with the steal, and we're coming back the other way. Oh, and Kraft stole it from James Ross. That's third steal by the small forward, Ben Kraft. Both teams turning it over. Kennedy guarding Aguinas. Trower is without a shot thus far. Greg Matthews doing great work. Aguinas working on Kennedy. Pulls up. Almost an and 1. And he'll shoot 2. So we're going to bring in, now that we know our team a bit better. So rather than put Vince in for Carney, I think Derek Menser is a better first off the bench. And then Vince will come in as a power forward type. But let's get Derek Menser in. And let's go, guys. Aguinas to shoot 2. Sinks the first for 5 points. Misses the second, and Menser gets the rebound. Menser being the better rebounder and stuff. We should have compared them, Menser and Miller. But we could tell this was the right move, I think. Menser down low. Good position. Puts one up. A little too strong. Gets his own board. Puts it back up and in. Count it. And the foul, but he's a terrible foul shooter. Terrible. Misses it. And Takaki grabs the board. Exciting game thus far. Ross with his second steal. They don't get it on the fast break, though. Don't know who missed that. Might have been Jimmy or Derek. Derek's one. No, I don't know who missed it. On the fast break attempt. Aguinas shoots and hits a tough shot in traffic. He's got 7, but he was blocked twice by Marcus Kennedy. Mance has it, gets it to Derek. Working on the elbow. It's Marcus Kennedy. Finds Jimmy Ross. Down 5. Menser again down low. And Takaki commits a foul, number 2 on him. They're going to go to Lloyd, as well as an entirely new team out there. I guess we should make some subs as well. Take out Matthews because we need him for guarding Eddie Trower. Ronnie Gates definitely needs more minutes. Let's get him in there for Mance. And we'll leave Jimmy Ross out there. And for Kennedy, we'll bring in Brandon Temple. And move Jimmy to the 2. Gates at the 3. Yeah, we'll go with this lineup. So all this way in the season, and we're still learning a lot. Now, see, we have to go back to matchups, though. And Sam Wood, we'll just put everybody how they're supposed to be. We don't have any special matchups for this team that's on the floor. All right, we throw in 5-point gem. Gets it to Ronnie Gates. And Gates is fouled. Jimmy Haynes is first. Fourth-team foul. Brandon Temple. Not sure what we told him to do. Shoot more threes, maybe. Menser puts it on the floor and gets to the rim. And puts it down with a strong jam. Cuts the lead to 3. Here's Chico Daniels. Marcus Lloyd. To Wood, guarded by Mance. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd puts up a shot. Menser with his third board. Operating nicely from the center position. Vince Miller gets it in the corner. He shoots. Can't find it. Brandon Temple, offensive rebound. Gets it down to Vince on the low block. Posting up. Puts up a jumper and it's good. Nice post move by Vince Miller. He's operating better as a 4. Haynes to Chico Daniels. It's a 1-point game. We haven't led yet, I don't think. Temple guarding Wood. Gets him to miss, and Menser gets his 4th board. Chance to take the lead here. Menser to Ronnie Gates. Gates lets a jumper go for 2. And I should have told Gates to shoot more mid-range Jays. We'll have to do that. He's got a nice touch from mid. Daniels, defense is good by Ross, but he did foul him. It's Jimmy Ross's first foul. And he'll shoot 2. Daniels sinks the first, keeping an eye on their guys over here. Misses the second. Vince Miller gets the rebound. Referee listens to Vince Miller. Ross with the quick 3 and trains it. Love it. He's good for one of those a game. About. Jimmy Haynes with it. Biggest lead of the night for New Haven of 3. Marcus Lloyd. And who's going to score for Central Connecticut out here is the question. Sam Wood gets it. Up to Daniels. Ross is there. They get it to Strom. And Vince Miller fouls him, and the shot goes down for Justin Strom. And he misses the free throw. Haynes gets the rebound, though. Not good boxing out by the good guys. Marcus Lloyd down low. Lloyd gets by Menser and scores it. 1 point Central Connecticut State lead. Temple has it. Derek Menser, nice find down low. Derek working, gets it to go with a beautiful hook shot. 6 points for Derek Menser off the bench in his new role. Looking comfortable. Temporarily gives us a 1-point lead. This unit out there that's out there now is playing really well. Chico Daniels gets to the rim. Can't finish. Gets his own board. Ross comes back. A little too strong and he'll shoot 2. Jimmy Ross picks up his 2nd foul. We'll get Oliver Mance back. And that's the only change we want to make right now. With 10 left in the half. Daniels will shoot 2. He's 2 for 3 from the line. Make it 3 for 4. And back come the Chargers, now down 1 again. Plenty of lead changes early. Oliver Mance finds Derek down low. He wants it. We're feeding the big guy. Brandon Temple puts up a 3 and sinks it. We told him to shoot more 3s. That's why. 3 points for Brandon Temple off the bench. Haynes with it. Oliver Mance gets his 2nd steal and gets it to Vince Miller running the floor, the big guy. And who would have thought that, oh wow, Menser with the foul, and they bring back in Waltman, Kraft, Aguinas, and Trower, so we've got to make some subs as well. Leave Menser, Vince Miller has 4 already. Gates just has 2. We'll let Vince stay and we'll put Greg Matthews flexible at the 3. And I know Temple just did his thing, but let me take a closer look at Temple. How do I look at players? Oh, it's down here somewhere. Players. Let's look at Brandon Temple. 5 stealing, 5 court IQ, 2 defensive ability, 8 discipline. He makes up for it with his discipline. And plus he's kind of rolling right now versus Marcus Kennedy. 3 defensive ability, obviously better shot blocker, stealer. He's got the discipline too. Okay, let's I know Brandon Temple's balling. He's got 3 assists and a rebound. Let's leave him out there, I think. And get Marcus Kennedy played 7 minutes. Yeah, I tend to let the guys go if they're playing well. Whoops. If you guys know me at all, let's do matchups on Trower. Greg Matthews, Roland Higuinas will be Mance, Ben Kraft, Brandon Temple, Vince and Derek, Marcus Lloyd. All right, cool. Let's try that. Lloyd at the line sinks the first for his 3rd point. Misses the 2nd. Mance gets the rebound. That's his first board. By 3. Playing pretty well. Menser dominant down low. Dishes back out to Brandon. Top of the key. Finds Vince flashing out at the 3-point line. He shoots a 3. Almost an and 1. Vince will shoot 3 foul shots. Feeling much more comfortable at the power forward position. Misses the first. Misses the second. Can't convert from the line. And sinks the 3rd. He's got 5 points on the night. Eddie Trower brings it across. He's met by Greg Matthews. Ben Kraft. To Lloyd. Lloyd tries to go around Menser. Menser fouls him and 1. That's foul number 2 on Derek Menser. All right, well, Menser played well. Let's bring in Otis Carney. And this is how we can find more time for Carney and Miller out there on the floor together. As a chance for the 3-point lane play, and he converts 2 for 3 from the line for Marcus Lloyd. He's got 6. He's their center out there right now. And it's a 1-point Chargers lead. Carney flashes across the lane. Wants to go to the rim and gets it to go. And the ref considers my complaint. I thought he was fouled too. Higuinas guarded by Mance. Ben Kraft. We have to watch this matchup. Kraft versus Temple. Eddie Trower. Greg playing with 2 fouls. Absolutely stifling him every time he touches it though. There's Trower. Can't get it off. 11 on the shot clock. Pass for Higuinas. Knocked out of bounds. So back come the Blue Devils. 6 on the clock. Down to Marcus Lloyd. Carney's there. Gets it to Trower. 4 on the shot clock. Tries to go by Matthews. He does. And finishes at the rim for his first 2. Cuts the lead to 1. Vince Miller flashing. Great pass by Oliver Mance. He goes up and no foul called. But he gets the deuce. Vince Miller playing great basketball. And Trower's called for traveling. Great D by Greg Matthews to force the travel. And I think now we can probably get... Oh, we'll leave the team out there. They're playing well. I don't want to mess with it too much. When in doubt, don't make any changes. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Here's Otis Carney. Dishes to the other big man, Vince Miller. Out to Mance. Mance shoots. It's off the mark. Trower gets the board. Races the other way. To Ben Kraft, guarded by Temple. To Waltman. Waltman puts up a shot, and it's good. He's got 4 points. Their power forward there. Dealing with Vince. Here's Oliver. Takes a 3 and sticks it for deep. For 3. 8 points for Oliver Mance to lead the way for the good guys. And it's a 4-point lead. Lloyd tries to get it to Trower. Matthews is there. And you can't say enough about Matthews' defense right now. Marcus Lloyd scores again. He's got 8. Clinging to a 2-point lead. Otis Carney, 7 left in the half. Great inside pass Dishes to Miller, working with it. Attacks the rim, pulls up. Can't get it. Marcus Lloyd pulls down the board. Protecting a 2-point lead right now. Ben Kraft to Marcus Lloyd. Gets it to Trower. And Greg Matthews with the foul. His third. Now we've got to consider benching Matthews with his third foul. So let's see here. Oliver Mans. We can bring in Marcus Kennedy. Kennedy can do a good job guarding let's play Mans at the 3. Miller and Carney, just let them out there. James Ross has 2 fouls. Derek has 2 fouls. We'll let those guys go, but we'll redo our matchups. Eddie Trower is going to be Marcus Kennedy, Roland Haginas, Oliver Mans, Brandon Temple, Vince Miller, Otis Carney. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's roll with it. Bong bong. Trower makes his first free throw of the night. Can tie the game, and does at 39. Pretty high scoring gem thus far. Here comes Brandon Temple, who has 4 assists in this first half. Oliver Mans. Down low to Carney. Carney goes to the rim. Can't get it to go. Ben Kraft gets the board. Otis now with his first miss. Quiet thus far with just 2 points, 2 assists. Waltman guarded by Vince. Back to Lloyd. Eddie Trower now guarded by Kennedy. And it's stolen by Mans, his third steal, and he gets it to Vince on the fast break again. Vince has a team high 9. Off the bench. Haginas tries to get by Mans, can't do it. Great defense, and Mans gathers the board. Gobbling it up. He's got a crazy stat sheet right now. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's Kennedy. Great pass down low to Otis, who's going to attack, go up, and score it. I try to get the refs woken up. They're not calling many fouls. They do have 5 team fouls, though, but we're in the bonus. Or they're in the bonus. Kraft misses. Carney with the board. We're making a little bit of a surge here. Marcus Kennedy. Oh, Marcus Lloyd intercepts it, and they go the distance. Wonder if I call my full timeout, what would happen? Marcus Kennedy he's 0 for 2, Kennedy. Carney goes to the rim, but he's moved his pivot foot. His second turnover. Let's see, they have some tired peeps out there. We have some tired peeps out there. They bring in Strom, though. Otis, Miller, Mans, Temple, Kennedy. Ross has 2 fouls. Greg Matthews has 3 fouls. Derek has 2 fouls. All right, it's time for Ronnie Gates then. Let's get Ronnie Gates. Or it might be time for Shannon Howard. No, let's get Ronnie Gates in for Miller, even though he's playing well. And that'll be a better matchup for the very fresh-legged Strom. Whoops, I wanted to view matchups. Strom guarded by Ronnie Gates. Let's try that look. And let's go. Up 2. Back come the Blue Devils. Eddie Trower met by a pretty fresh Marcus Kennedy. Roland Haginas to Strom. Gates is there, and Gates whistle for the foul, and we're in the double bonus, shooting 2. Guys, let's turn the intensity down just a notch, please. Strom shooting 2, sinks the first, chance to tie it, and does. What a game thus far. What a gem. And they bring in Waltman now. They've got 5 guys that are fairly tired. They're going to let him cook. We're going to let our guys cook. Otis Carney. Dishes to Oliver Mance. And he shoots. Trower with the foul. That was number 2 or 3 on Trower, so he sits down. They bring in Wood. I guess we can bring in Jameel Fromm for Temple. 6'2" Fromm. And trying to match up with them each time they make a sub. Not every time, but Oliver Mans has 9. Make it 10. Perfect from the line. He's yet to miss a free throw this year. He doesn't get there too often, but hasn't missed. Yeah, I don't want to match every move they do, but want to match the common sense ones. Carney with the foul, and now Lloyd will shoot 2. Misses the first. He's got 10 points to match Oliver Mance. Now 11. He's 3 for 5 from the foul line. 1 point New Haven Chargers lead. Marcus Kennedy. Down to Carney. Nice position. He's tired though. Gets it out to Oliver, who puts up a shot off the mark, bounces out of bounds, and a timeout. Under 4 remaining. Kind of limited on our subs because of foul trouble, but let's get Carney a little breather for Menser. And Ronnie Gates is out there. Oliver Mance. Why not Shannon Howard? And we'll put Gates at the 3. And we'll check our matchups. And we've got Sam Wood, Marcus Kennedy. No, we want Marcus Kennedy on Roland Haginas. That'll be Jameel Fromm, Jimmy Haynes, Kyle Waltman, Shannon Howard, Marcus Lloyd, Derek Menser. That looks pretty good. And back come the Blue Devils. Chance to take the lead on this possession. Down 1, and Shannon Howard comes in and gets a quick steal. Great play right there off the bench. Gets it to Ronnie Gates. Pass taken by Menser. He's fresh. Gets it to Jameel Fromm, who's always feisty. Attempts to drive. Pull up. He's fouled and 1. What a play by Jameel Fromm off the bench. And he converts the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. We trap them. Fromm commits the foul, number 1 on him. And Wood to shoot 2. Sinks the first, giving him some freebie points here. Sinks them both. Inbound to Kennedy. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Shannon Howard. Down low to Gates, posting up. Nice move by Ronnie Gates. Little dump pass to Shannon Howard. Working it down low. Derek Menser. Oh, throws a pass over the head of Fromm. Menser with his first turnover, and we'll come back the other way. Chance to Tyre take the lead with a 3. Waltman to Lloyd. Their guys are tired, though. Lloyd puts up a shot. Waltman gets the board. Got a rebound. Marcus Lloyd. Lloyd's going to attack. Menser all over him. Fouls again, though. That's foul number 3 on Derek Menser. So now we're going to bring in John Woolfolk. Guys, defensively, turn the intensity down a little bit. Let's work the ref a little bit. Come on, ref. Lloyd to shoot 2. He's living at the foul line now. Game high 12 points. Misses the second. Kennedy with the board. 1 point New Haven lead. Marcus to Woolfolk. Dishes back out for Marcus Kennedy. Top of the key. Finds Shannon Howard. And the pass is kicked as he was trying to get it to Ronnie Gates down low. They bring in Strom. Not too worried about Strom. Here comes Jameel Fromm. Strom and Fromm. Woolfolk posting up down low. Let's see what he wants to do. Kicks it back out to Fromm. And Higgins with the foul, and Fromm will shoot 1 and 1. He is a very good free throw shooter. I had to open my mouth. He missed it, but Shannon Howard, offensive board and rattles it home. Pushes the lead back out to 3. They also have Daniels, Haynes. So pretty fresh lineup for them, but we're ready for them. Lloyd puts up a shot. Woolfolk gets the board. Good defense and rebound possession by John Woolfolk. Marcus Kennedy finds John at the foul line. Back to Marcus. He gets a screen by Shannon Howard. Finds Howard on the wing. I think we told Shannon Howard to shoot more threes. I don't know if he agreed, though. Ronnie Gates. Oh, he's blocked by Justin Strom. And it's coming back the other way. What a game thus far. Tough game. A real gem here. Here's Strom. Sam Wood guarded by Fromm. Gates called for the foul, number 2 on him, and they're going to shoot their 21st and 22nd foul shots of the first half, which is just crazy. Jimmy Haynes missed it, makes the second. Are you kidding me? They've shot 22 free throws in the first half. And Jimmy Haynes picks off the pass, and they go the distance but miss it. Jameel Fromm gets the rebound amongst the trees. He turns it over again. What in the world? Jameel Fromm. We don't see that often from the freshman. He is getting extended minutes here, and Strom hits a tough 2. I wonder if I call my full timeout, though. I don't know how that works. And Fromm turns it over. He is getting yanked right now. First of all, we can't call timeout. I can't believe Fromm just made 3 turnovers. Get Brandon Temple back in there. My goodness. I can't call full timeout. I wanted to see if it replenishes in the second half. I'm sure it does. That ball turnover. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I can't believe Fromm did that. Blew our complete lead, gave them momentum, and that's a horrible pass. Let's take the full timeout. See if we get another one in the second half. They have a fresh lineup out there. All our guys are in foul trouble. Otis Carney, I guess, can come back in. He can come back in for Woolfolk. Pretty simple. And we'll go with this lineup. And we'll call set play. Maybe get a 3 from Marcus Kennedy. Brandon Temple. Marcus Kennedy might have tired legs, though. Let's do a pick and roll with Brandon Temple and Otis Carney. All right, back come the good guys. We've also turned it over 11 times. Brandon Temple gets to Ronnie Gates. I guess the play was blown up. Gates. Shannon Howard. Down low to Gates. He's posting up. He's versatile. Gates with a little turnaround jumper from the post. He's got 4 points. Back up by 2. They can tie or take the lead here. Strom. Defense is there by Howard. Nice touch by Justin Strom, who has 8 off the bench, 3 for 3. Ronnie Gates, 16 left in the first half. Gates shoots a 3. Little early on that because it gives them time. 9 seconds left. Daniels has it with 8. Knocked out of bounds, but by the defense. 3 seconds remaining in the first half. It's a tied game. Ball inbounded. Sam Wood lets one go. It's off the mark. 52 all at the end of one. What a gem. Game of the year in the process, making of 15 lead changes, 7 times tied. We've only been up by 4. They've been up by 7. Ben Kraft, player of the half, 9 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 boards. We've got them in points in the paint. They've got us in second chance points and fast break points. We got them by 2. But the story of this game is both teams playing extremely well. Marcus Lloyd off the bench has 12. They also got 8 from Justin Strom. They got 7 from Higuinas. Trower held to 4 points. Only 1 shot taken. And Ben Kraft stepped up and gave him 9. So that's what we've got to watch in the second half. Don't let Trow loose. We're going to put our starters back out there. Oliver Mance gave us great minutes. 10 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 2 boards. Jimmy Ross sat for a while with foul trouble. Still had 5 points. Our bench was huge. 9 from Vince Miller. 6 from Derek Menser. To go with 4 boards and 2 assists. And everybody chipping in a little bit. Even Ronnie Gates has 4. Okay. Let's return and see if we can keep up the great play in this second half. We have to watch the foul situation, but we got our starters back out there. Matchups. We're going to put Eddie Trower, Greg Matthews, Roland Higuinas. Ben Kraft is going to be guarded by James Ross. Kyle Waltman will be guarded by Oliver Mance. Carney guarding Takaki. Defense, we want to play intense, but hopefully not foul. Pick up the pressure use a little bit. Offensively, keep running Princeton. Hang on, guys. Princeton, defense man-to-man. And that's it. Let's roll. They have a chance to take the lead here. Central Connecticut gets the ball. Kraft puts up a 3. No good. Good defense by Oliver Mance. Greg Matthews gets his first rebound. To Kennedy. Down to Carney. He attacks the rim, goes up, and gets it to go. Huge dunk by Otis Carney. He's got 6 points. Roland Higuinas. Eddie Trower. Greg Matthews is there. Makes him dish it back out. Ross guarding Ben Kraft, who shoots off the mark. Kyle Waltman offensive rebound. His 3rd offensive rebound. Got to tell the guys to crash the boards a little more. Eddie Trower with it. Greg is there. And he fouls him again. 4 fouls on Greg Matthews. And immediately, they're calling everything. We're going to bring Ronnie Gates in and not change a thing. Have Gates guard Trower. Work the ref. I'm going to confront the ref. 22 first half foul shots to just our 8. They're only hitting them, though, at like a 68% clip. Gates grabs the rebound, which is thankful, or they'd be beating us pretty handily. They're 16 of 24 from the foul line. Man shoots and missed it. Waltman with his 4th board. Chargers clinging to a 1-point lead. Here's Roland Higuinas. Good defense by Marcus. To Trower. The 6'6" Gates on him. Makes him give it up to Takaki. Back to Trower. He's not going to bully Gates. That's for sure. Ross guarding Kraft. Good defense. 16 on the clock. Kraft with it outside. Back inside they go. Takaki. Carney's all over him, but he gets it to go anyway. Tough shot. Gives the Blue Devils the 1-point lead. Oliver Mance has it on the wing. And a foul on Waltman. Number 2 on him. First team foul of the half. We'll throw in. James Ross to Oliver Mance. Oliver down low to Carney, who's got good position. Oh, but Higuinas gets down there and picks it off. 3rd turnover for Otis Carney. And James Ross answers with his 3rd steal. They recover, though. We can't get the fast break. Kennedy. Carney flashes in the lane. Gets it back out to Kennedy, who's only got 0 points again. He's scoreless. Oliver Mance. Ben Kraft has taken him out of this thing. I told him to drive more. Oliver Mance shoots a jumper and a great-looking J for Oliver Mance. He's got 12. Carrying a good bit of the load. Oh, and they break the press easy. And they get an easy bucket from Gerald Takaki. Lead changes again. 1 point favor of New Haven, or of those guys. Oh, Mance got there but couldn't finish. Puts it back up and won. Mance has a team high 14, maybe a game high. What a play by Oliver Mance, and he still hasn't missed a foul shot. 15 on the game. Playing huge to step up for Marcus Kennedy. He's also got 3 steals and a bunch of other stats. Aguinas tries to take Kennedy. Kennedy, another block! His 3rd block! Are you kidding me? He loves getting blocks when they drive on him. Otis Carney. Carney shoots the mid-range shot and fills it up. He's got 8. Our leading scorer has been quiet till now. See if he starts picking it up. Aguinas has it. Shoots over Kennedy. Kennedy gets the board. Oh my goodness, and here comes New Haven. To Oliver Mance, would be nice to hit a 3 right here. Goes to the rim, pulls up, and sinks the mid-range J. He's got 17, he's unstoppable right now. 6-point lead, biggest lead of the night. Ben Kraft has it. Oh, Ross charged with the foul, he's 3rd. Ben Kraft will shoot 2, I'm going to leave Ross out there. Misses the first, or do I want to put in, we don't have Morley, but someone to guard Kraft, because Kraft, if we look at players real quick, Kraft is shooting right over. Kraft is like 6'8". He's shooting over James Ross. We could put Mance to the point guard, Kennedy, Gates. Gates will still guard Trower, and then maybe Derek Menser can guard Ben Kraft. Greg Matthews has 4 fouls. Because that's the only matchup I'm really worried about right now. If we put Mance at the point guard position, next one down the line would be Derek Menser. Maybe Shannon Howard for James. And put Howard at the 4, Ronnie Gates at the 3, Kennedy and Mance. Let's try that lineup for a second. Matchups will be Eddie Trower will be it was Ronnie Gates, right? Marcus Kennedy and Higuinas. Oliver Mance is 6'5". Put Oliver Mance on Ben Kraft, and then Shannon Howard on Strom, Otis on Takaki. That looks pretty good. Let's run with that. Ben Kraft to shoot his 2nd. Makes it and cuts the lead to 5 momentarily. So strategically, we're starting to learn how to play as well. Marcus Kennedy to Otis at the foul line. Makes a move, goes in, and scores it. And they're arguing with the refs. Doesn't matter. 7-point lead, looking to extend it. Kennedy ends up getting on Trower for the moment. And it's on Kraft. That's a better matchup. Here's Trower, and there is Gates. Trower shoots over Ronnie Gates and scores it. He's got 8, coming alive a bit in the second half. 4-point game. Marcus Kennedy's shot is off the mark, and it's out of bounds off the offense. Up just 4 points. It's been a heck of a game. What an enjoyable, excitable, super well played by both teams. Whoever wins this one really deserves it. Here's Takaki to Higuinas. And a steal by Mance is 4th. Can't go the distance, and Strom is charged with the foul. That's their 3rd team foul. So Mance is going to run the show now at the point guard position. Gets it to Ronnie Gates. He's being guarded by Trower. Gates down low to Carney. Good move. Carney makes a move, goes up, and gets it to go. 6 for 7 from the field for 12 points for Otis. He's coming alive in the second half. What a gem. Ben Kraft lets one go and sinks it. How do you get that one to fall? Tough shot over Oliver Mance. 4-point gem. And Kennedy collects it on the offense. Finds Otis once again. Back to Kennedy. Ronnie Gates has it. He wants a three. Oh, he's blocked. And Strom gets it. I worked the ref. 4-point game. Ben Kraft. D is there. Takaki gets good position. Back to Trower. Gates guarding him. Trower tries to beat him off the dribble. Gates fouled him. Pretty good defense, though. And they bring in Waltman, and Carney is winded, so let's get Derek Menser in for him. Ronnie Gates is doing a great job. I really wish I had Greg Matthews. Let's see. Should I put Shannon Howard? Let's try Shannon Howard on Trower and Ronnie Gates on Kyle Waltman, Mance on Kraft, Kennedy on Haginas. Let's try that. Menser now in. Makes the first. Eddie Trower looking for double-digit scoring on the night. Can't find it. Derek gets the rebound. And back come the Chargers up 3. Ronnie Gates gets it down to Derek, who's posting up down low. Puts up a little jumper in the post. Gets his own rebound. Up and good to go. And the ref agrees with my complaint. 5-point game. You'd think the ref would agree. Trower hits a quick 3 just like that. 2-point gem. Howard is not the best defender, but he's got the size. Gates turns it over. Waltman comes back the other way. And we didn't get our full timeout left, so you only get one full timeout for the whole gym. And Kraft made it look easy. And all of a sudden, Central Connecticut is cruising a bit. We need a score here. Try to get this thing back under control. Marcus Kennedy. Derek Menser in the post. Attacks the rim, goes up, and gets it to go. 10 points for Menser off the bench. Ben Kraft, Oliver Mance is there. Dishes to Kyle Waltman, guarded by Ronnie Gates. Download to Takaki. Menser's there. Lets one go and bullies him in the post. Gerald Takaki ties it up at 71. Marcus Kennedy, little mid-range J. Derek Menser the board. And we reset. Back out to Kennedy. Kennedy takes a 3. It rattles out. He's now 0 for 5 from the field. But we need a timeout if they score. And a foul on Gates is number 4 on him. 14 foul. They get a fresh lineup out there. That's pretty much what we need. Let's get James Ross in for Kennedy. Oliver Mance. Greg Matthews has 4 fouls, but that's fine. Oh yeah, Vince Miller. Play him at the 3. Otis Carney is recuperating. Brandon Temple at point guard for Oliver Mance. We'll give Mance a bit of a breather. Put Temple in. That looks pretty good. Because they took all of their guys out. So let's do matchups real quick. Just go down the line. And cool. Ronnie Gates with his 4th foul is going to sit. Gave us some good minutes, though. 71 all. Let's see what our bench can do. Lloyd, Menser's there. Back out to Wood. And a foul on Howard. That's our 15th foul. I try to work the ref. Pass into Wood. Lloyd down low. Dishes to Strom at the elbow. Lets one go and hits a tough shot in traffic. And just like that, Central Connecticut's back up 2. Brandon Temple gets it across. Ryman accidentally. It's James Ross. Derek Menser. Vince gets the shot in the corner. As he flashes out, lets it go. Didn't get a great look at that. The 6'10 big guy trailing behind the play. Central Connecticut State with it. Justin Strom has been big for them. Gets it to Wood. We could fall into a little 2-3 zone. Strom lets it go and gets it to go off the glass. He's 5 for 5 for his 12 points off the bench. Their bench has been huge, just like ours. Derek Menser, I get warned. Menser can't get it. And it's coming back the other way. And they put in their starters again. Oh boy. I want to match them. Let's get Greg Matthews in there for Shannon Howard. Menser. We'll put Miller at the 4. Ross and Temple. I'm going to play him with the guys I got out there. But we're going to do some matchups here. Trower is going to be Greg Matthews. Haginas will be Ross. Ben Kraft. I guess Brandon Temple. Vince Miller and Derek. We're going to have to get Mansell for Temple. Put Ross at the point guard. So we can at least put Oliver Mance on Ben Kraft. And James Ross on Haginas. And Greg Matthews on Trower. Looking good. Let's motivate the team. Entire team. Let's praise them. You guys have played pretty good. Let's go. Let's go, son. We're in a 2-3 zone. To Takaki. Wow, found him right down low. It's Waltman. To Eddie Trower. He puts up a shot. No good. Waltman with the board, though. His 4th offensive rebound. Gerald Takaki out there. Gets it to Waltman. Waltman takes a shot and hits it in traffic. 6-point lead. Central Connecticut State trying to pull away here. Who's going to step up for the good guys? Man shoots a 3 and he's fouled. Great play on that one, and that's their 4th team foul. He finally misses a foul shot all season, his first miss. And he missed 2 of them. Uncharacteristic, like choking a bit, but actually it's fatigue. Here late in the gym, it's a 5-point game. Can we hold them off? Can we continue to get stops? Under 11 left in the game. Here's Strom. Great defense. Wow, Strom make it look easy. He's 6 for 6 from the field. Ties the biggest lead of the night at 7. Here's James Ross. Greg Matthews. Matthews puts up a shot. Nicely done. He draws the foul. Can't hit the free throw. We are joking at the line. As he hits 1 of 2. 6-point lead still. And guys, we're 7 of 14 from the line. If we can convert even a few more of those, it's a much closer game than it is. Ben Kraft. To Strom, approaching 10 minutes left in the half. 2-3 zone. They're overloading the strong side here. Gets it to Takaki on the flash. Back to Strom. They're working there. Strom shoots and hits again. He's 7 for 7. Can't stop the guy. We're going to double Justin Strom. Here's Derek Menser. Down low to Menser. Kicks it out to Ross. Oliver Mance, we're down 8. Under 10 to go. Derek Menser posting up. And he shoots and draws the foul. Takaki with the foul. And you know what? Vince is getting picked on defensively. Let's get Otis Carney back out there. And for Otis, matchup wise, we'll have Otis guard Justin Strom. Probably won't have to double him. And now Menser to shoot 2. Hits the first. Always an experience at the line when he gets there. Misses the second, but Carney gets the rebound. Big board there. Here's Oliver Mance. Finds Menser. To Greg Matthews. Who's going to score for us? Matthews goes to the hole. He's fouled and one! Greg Matthews with a huge play. And they bring in Daniels. They still have Kraft and Strom out there, but just to check the matchups, Trower's guarded by Matthews, Chico Daniels by Ross, Ben Kraft, Mance, Strom, Otis. Okay, Chico Daniels guarded by James Ross. Chance for a three-point play, and he sinks it. 10 points on the game for Greg Matthews, playing another good game since being inserted into the starting lineup. 4-point lead for the Blue Devils. Takaki puts up a shot. They finally miss. Otis Carney gets the board. Chance to make it a one-possession game with the score here. Oliver Mance puts up a 3. Got a good look. Menser the board. Putback is blocked by Takaki. His first block of the game. Here's Chico Daniels. Puts up a 3 with his fresh legs and buries it. 7-point gem once again. Greg Matthews. Back out to Ross. Kicks it back out. Ross down low to Menser. Menser puts up a shot and hits it in the mid-range. Nice play by Derek. He's got 13 off the bench. And Kraft. It's a 5-point game. Down to Justin Strom. He puts up a shot and he's perfect from the field still. 8 for 8 for 18 points. 7-point game. We got to make a push here. Here's Oliver. Puts up a 3. Comes up short. That's fatigue right there. And the thing is, their guys are so fatigued, yet they're playing, they're still playing well. Does that tell me that you can go into the 60% fatigue and not worry when it turns red as much? That's what I'm thinking. 7-point game. So we're going to start taking our guys into the red more. Don't worry about that percentage. I mean, look at the percentage. Don't worry about the red bar. They're stalling a bit. 7 seconds left. Brower gets it. 5 on the shot clock. He has to shoot and rattles home the 3 ball. And it's a 10-point game. We're going to let our guys play through it. Down to Otis. Attacks the rim. Goes up and can't score it. Takaki gets the board. Central Connecticut pouring it on here. No. Takaki catches. Kraft has it. Gets it to Eddie Trower. Takaki, 10 on the shot clock. They're passing it around so well. Trower gets warned. To Kraft, 6 on the shot clock. 5. Kraft over Carney. Nice defensive step up by Otis Carney. Menser gets it to Oliver Mance. Menser down low. And he's fouled on the shot. And a timeout. They get some fresh guys out there. Oh, man. All right, Otis Carney at the 5. Menser's there. Okay, Greg Matthews. Marcus Kennedy for Mance. And guys, we're going to have to look for some 3-pointers. Push the pace. Push the crashing. Look for 3s. Defense. Pressure use is way up. Defensive intensity. Crash the boards. Man-to-man. Matchups. Greg Matthews. James Ross. No, let's put Kennedy. Yeah, that's fine. Kennedy. Otis Carney. Derek Menser on Lloyd. All right, let's go, guys. If we're going to push, we have to do it now. Show concern. Showing some signs of life, down 10. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. We want to run 3-pointer for Marcus Kennedy. We need to get back in this quick. James Ross to Marcus Kennedy. 6:40 left. Oh, Menser's shooting 2. And he sinks them both. 3 for 5 from the line for Derek, and it's an 8-point game. 6.5 remaining. They almost break the press. We have to rest Mance right now. He's our best player at the moment. But he's tired. Strom to Lloyd. Lloyd goes to the rim. Gets it to go. He's got 14. He got past Menser there. Marcus Kennedy. Looking for the 3. Gets it to Jimmy. James Ross. Menser. 15 on the clock. Goes to the hole. Reverse lay-in is good. Menser has 17. That must be a season high. Responding well to his new bench role. 8-point game. We need to make stops, though. Haynes. Horrible pass. Out of bounds by Haynes. And they've got mostly their bench in. Otis at the center. This is the team we're going to roll with. Oliver Mans. Get him some more breathing time, I guess. Down 8. We have to look for 3s. Oh, and James Ross turns it over. His 4th turnover for an easy bucket at the other end. Derek Menser gets to the rim, puts it up and in. He's got 19. That's a game high. Probably a season high for Derek. We have not seen him play like this in a long while. Carney defending. Here's Strom again. Back to Chico Daniels. 8-point game. But we need stops. 5 left in the game. Strom is blocked by Menser. And it'll go back the Chargers' way. Chance to cut into the lead. Great pass to Otis Carney down low, who attacks the rim, goes underneath, can't score it. Sam Wood gets the board. Carney's now 6 for 9 from the field. Chico Daniels for 3. Are you kidding me? 11-point lead, biggest of the night. And this thing is starting to slip out of the grasp of New Haven Chargers. We might get our 10th loss of the season. Greg Matthews gets a touch. Sidestep, puts up a 3 and sinks it from way downtown. Huge shot. It's an 8-point game. But we need stops like right now. Menser guarding Strom. Lloyd being pushed out by Carney. To Chico Daniels, who's just on fire. Lloyd tries to go. Defense is there. Fouled him, though. Didn't need to foul. We're going to leave Carney. Menser somehow get Oliver Mance in there, I guess, for Kennedy, who's doing nothing. Marcus Kennedy. Get Mance back in. Matchups. Greg Matthews. James Ross, Oliver Mance, Derek Menser, Otis Carney. All right, missed by Marcus Lloyd. Misses the free throw. He's 4 for 8 from the line. Make it 5 for 9. Cocky checks in, and here come the Chargers, down 9. Need to start doing something big. Oliver Mance to Otis Carney. Works the lane. Step back jumper is money for Carney. He's got 14 on 70% shooting. Eddie Trower and Matthews commits the foul. That's number 5 on him. And we're in the bonus. And for Matthews, we'll try Vince Miller at the 3. And I guess we'll put the big Vince Miller on Trower. As Trower hits the free throw, he's going to end with a good amount of points, but we did play well on him. Second half, he kind of got away from us. 9-point game, though. Otis Carney. He can only do so much. Derek Menser. Back to Jimmy Ross, who's been quiet. He only has 5 points. Oliver Mance has 18. Trying to add to it, comes up short. Trow races down the other end. He's now guarded by Vince Miller. It's an interesting matchup. Gerald Takaki. We have to pay more attention to the matchups is what it is. Good foul, though, as now Lloyd will shoot 1-1. Or Takaki. He hits the first. Misses the second. Ben Kraft pulls down the board. Oh, they are just toasting us. 3 minutes left. 10-point gem. Looks like we're going to fall again. Aguinas. Otis Carney with this 4th board. Come the good guys. Oliver in the corner. Jimmy finds him. And that pass gets thrown away. Signs of fatigue. And it's not looking too likely right now. Great game, though. Both teams really played their hearts out. Trower can't shoot over Miller so easily. And we can start putting big guys on smaller guards to mess up their rhythm and stuff. Start paying more attention to that. James Ross the foul, number 4 on him. Shooting 1-1. Roland Haginas sinks them both. 12-point lead, matches the largest of the game. And if we're going to do anything, it has to be now. Oliver Mance. James Frost, they play good defense. Central Connecticut is a good team. Bonus, so Ross will shoot 1-1. We didn't convert our free throws. That's another reason we're losing. He hits both. But it's a 10-point gem. And that's going to pretty much do it with 2 left. Kraft to Waltman. We played a darn good game. Aguinas for 3. This is a seriously good Central Connecticut State team. That's why their record is so good. And we're starting to come back down to earth to where we normally would be. Ross for 3. Might be a case of too little too late, though. Down 10. What a game, though. What a gem. Beautiful gem. But we're going to lose our first home game of the season. No longer undefeated at home. Trower for 3. 6th time he scored 20 plus. He exploded in the second half. And Kraft with the foul. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. I thought we had a good shot at it. Ross missed them both. But if you did have fun, please smash that like button, guys. It's so important to the channel. Thank you so much. Also, leave a little comment if you can, just even if it says GG or, you know, love the video, love the series, stuff like that. It really helps the algorithm. Carney's still working hard out there with the step back J, but too little too late. 18 from Mance, 19 from Menser, 16 from Carney, 10 from Ross, 9 from Miller. Not enough. We scored 97 points and it was not enough. Not even close. But also subscribe if you're new, and hope you enjoy, you know, the basketball series. It doesn't get that many views on my channel, but I love it. I love playing it. So fun. Can't wait to go into the next season and stuff, and even see how this season wraps up. A lot of fun, but we're going to fall to the middle of the pack of the Northeast Conference. I think we're now, I don't even remember. Carney with the foul. We're low in the rankings, in the standings, probably. But also, guys, until next time, be well, live well, and stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. God bless, and God be with you guys. Stay tuned. We're going to check out the box score of this gem once it's done. I realize we can take our guys lower in the red. Otis Carney putting on a clinic. Like, we can take their... He's at 37% and still balling. Still, like, you know, don't be afraid to Don't be afraid to take your guys a little further into the red, or a lot further in some cases if you have to. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. We'll check out the box score. We score 100 and we're still going to lose by double digits. Crazy. This is a great Central Connecticut State team. They're very balanced. They're great shooters. They shoot at a high percentage. What a gem. Down 14 with 20 seconds left. Well played game, though. I mean, we didn't play too bad. In the end, we just could not stop a really good team that plays with a lot of team synergy. And yeah. But anyway, Gates gets the rebound. A lot of guys had really nice stat lines, but it was not enough. Like we said, 19 from Carney, just 4 boards, but 3 assists and a block. 18 from Oliver, plus a crazy stat line, 4 assists, 4 steals, 3 boards. One of them offensive. Greg Matthews had 13. A rebound. 10 for Jimmy Ross, but he had 4 turnovers. 7 assists, though, and 3 steals. Priceless. Marcus again goes scoreless, but he had 3 blocks, 3 boards, and 3 assists. Crazy. 19 off the bench for Menser with 9 boards, 3 assists, and a block. Absolute crazy numbers. Ronnie Gates played good minutes with 4. Vince Miller had 9 and a pair of boards. Temple and Fromm each put in 3, with Shannon Howard putting in 2. And for them, a lot of people stepped up for them. Strom off the bench with 18 and 4 boards, an assist, a steal, and a block. 16 for Marcus Lloyd with 3 boards. 20 for Trower, 6 assists and a block. He had 5 turnovers. 14 apiece for Ben Kraft and Roland Haginas. Kraft also had 7 boards. 6 for Waltman with 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. And 9 for Takaki with 5 boards, 2 assists, and a block. Points in the paint, we had 50. Player of the game is Eddie Trower. 22 lead changes, 9 ties. We were up by as much as 7. We got them a little bit in second chance points. Wow, what a gem. Absolute lovely, lovely stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you on the next one, God willing. As we play St. Francis, which should be a winnable game for us, to put it bluntly. If we lose that one, I might have to retire from coaching forever. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. We'll check out some stats. We'll check out some standings. Super fun stuff. Loving this game. Loving this gem. Awesome Dynasty mode. Catch you guys next time. Ciao for now. 2-hour video. Wow.